Why do we avoid tasks we know we need to get done? Is it overwhelming? Perfectionism, decision fatigue, fear of forgetting something, or something deeper? In this episode, I'm going to explore and unpack why packing can feel so overwhelming, the psychology behind procrastination, and simple mindset shifts that can help you stop avoiding and start moving forward. Because there's places to go, it's summertime. Let's get packed for these vacations and have the time of our life. Hey, friends, welcome back to another episode of Organized Chaos Season 2 Permission Granted. So, I wanted to hop on and share my thoughts about procrastination because that's what I am currently doing. I am procrastinating on packing for a trip. So, my oldest son in ninth grade, one of his teachers was like, "Oh, we're going on a trip, like an educational first tour kind of thing." And my son came home from school and was like, "Hey, there's this meeting. They're going to tell us where we're going." Obviously, everything was optional. It was like an informational meeting. So that was like 2 years ago. And then we signed up for the trip. We did the monthly payments and stuff like that. And now it's 2.5 years later. And this trip is in 5 days. Me and my son, we're going to Japan for about, uh, I think we'll be gone for about 11, 12 days. The time difference thing is interesting. But first, we're going to Seoul, Korea, and then the second part is in Tokyo, Japan. So when this actually airs, this episode, we will be in Japan and I will have been done packing. So hooray for me. But I think it's so funny. Like, I've been thinking about packing probably for the last like 2 years. I'm like, oh, like this time I'll do it, right? This time for this international flight, I will pack a week ahead of time or whatever BS story I am putting in my head. It's hilarious. So let me tell you about my day. So today is Monday. What is today? Monday, the 5th, June 15th. We leave on Saturday, June 20th. And so this is my day. I woke up. It is officially summer break now. It has been for a couple days, but I had a meeting, so I had that meeting, and then I did some stuff around the house, and then I went to work, and then I picked up my kid's friend, and she came over. She's been here since like 12:45, and then since 12:45 and on, I have been avoiding packing. So let me tell you all the things. I made lunch. I folded laundry. I hung out with the cat. I took a walk and talked on the phone with a friend. I decided I would make myself a pina colada because why not? It's so freaking hot here. So I made myself a drink this afternoon because I realized I have nowhere I have to drive to tonight. So I was like, okay, today's a safe day to make a drink. And then I like doom scrolled and I thought about journaling and that didn't happen. And let's see, what else have I been doing the last couple of days just in general to avoid shopping on Amazon? I don't know. So I feel like if you're anyone other than me, maybe you have your shit figured out, but I don't. And I realize that maybe I'm avoiding this because when you pack, there's so many decisions you have to make. So it's like, I'm already like, my brain's like, I don't want to make all these freaking decisions. And so it's like the decision fatigue before the decision fatigue. But avoiding it isn't going to help because, like, this week is busy AF with kids' activities and all the things I'm trying to squeeze in before I leave Saturday morning. And on top of that, I'm also supposed to help my son pack and make sure he has everything. And we need to like finish like clothes shopping for him. He needs a haircut. The weather is going to be like 90s to hundreds while we're there. So I'm already dreading the heat. Apparently, it's also rainy season, so it's going to be hot and humid. And we have our final meeting tonight on Zoom with the group. There's about 20 of us going, and about, I think, like 5 adults actually. So that's kind of cool. So I think the reason why I avoid because like the pain and the pleasure. So the pain of making a list and making all these decisions and then making sure I check everything off the list. And then my brain is like, are you really allowed to have this much fun? Like, are you seriously allowed to leave the house and all your responsibility and your job for 10 plus days to just go have fun and play and enjoy a different culture and be a tourist and not have to worry about laundry and cleaning the kitty litter box or all the things, you know? So it's like my body can't even comprehend that I get to go have fun and play for 10 plus days. I am definitely kind of dreading the flight because it's going to be like 11 and a half hours. But at the same time, I'm so excited just to sit and do nothing and like take a freaking long nap. So it's just interesting that my brain is like avoiding it because it seems like painful to pack. And then it's also like my body's like, holy crap, as soon as you do this, you're going to be allowed to have more fun and be less stressed out and make sure you have everything. Because, I mean, ultimately, if I were to forget something, we could just buy it in country, I'm sure. But that's not the point. The point is to pack and have peace of mind and move forward. So I'm just curious, like, what ways do you avoid things? Tell me I'm not alone, please. And why is it so hard to pack for a trip? Like, I literally have a pile of clothes on my dresser that I'm like, oh, I could wear this, I could wear that. So I guess I know why. It's just because I have to make so many decisions, and my brain's like, you don't have the mental energy to do this. So what are you doing? So let's see what chat has to say about why it's so hard to make decisions, especially when you're having to pack and do something out of your ordinary. Okay, I just love ChatGPT so much. I started paying for the $8 monthly subscription to it because I like to use it to create images. It's so much faster than Canva. You just put your prompts in, you get your image, and then you edit stuff if you don't like it. So anyway, this is the prompt I put in. It says, why do I keep avoiding packing for a big flight? And here's the response. I'm just going to read the whole thing because I feel like it's so accurate and kind of points that I've already touched upon anyway. But it responds with, avoiding packing for a big flight is extremely common, and it's usually not because you're lazy or bad at planning. Thank you, ChatGPT. I appreciate that because I know I'm not lazy and I know I'm not bad at planning. And then it goes, packing combines several things that our brain often resists. Too many decisions at once. You have to think about weather, activities, contingencies, luggage, limits, toiletries, documents, chargers, and what if scenarios. Decision overload can make starting feel harder than the task actually is. The trip feels emotionally significant. A big flight often means a major vacation, work trip, family event, move, or a long journey. Packing becomes the moment the trip feels real, which can bring excitement, anxiety, pressure, or mixed feelings. Perfectionism. Many people unconsciously think, I need to pack everything correct. When the goal is pack perfectly, it's easier to procrastinate than risk forgetting something. Unclear starting points. Pack for a trip is a large, vague task. The brain tends to avoid vague tasks more than concrete ones. Last minute adrenaline. Some people have learned that they can successfully pack under time pressure, so their brain waits for urgency to provide motivation. That is definitely me. I'm a very last minute packer. Remember one time we were going to the East Coast to see family, and the kids were much younger. I want to say maybe like 4, 6, and 8. And I literally stayed up until midnight the night before our flight. And granted, we were supposed to leave the house at 6 a.m., but I stayed up till midnight packing and feeling I had to have everything for each kid and, you know, all the diapers, all the things. I think what would help my brain is if I make my own pretend time crunch, like we're leaving actually tomorrow, Tuesday at noon. So I better have all my stuff packed and make like a fake goal. Maybe that will help. I've done that before for other things, and that was super helpful. So maybe I'll try that because I would love to be packed and then just really enjoy the last couple days before Michael and I head to Japan, just enjoying time with the other two kids and baseball games and horse stuff and all the things. A useful question is, what thoughts come up when you think about packing? For example, I don't know where to start. Likely overwhelm. I'm worried I'll forget something. Anxiety. I have plenty of time. Low urgency. This trip is stressing me out. Avoidance of emotions related to the trip itself. I need to do it perfectly. Perfectionism. One trick that often works is shrinking the task dramatically. Don't tell yourself to pack. Tell yourself to do only the first 5 minutes. Put the suitcase on the floor, gather passport IDs and travel documents, throw in chargers and medication, make a quick clothing pile. Once those are done, the hardest part, starting, is usually over. Okay, here's the next prompt I put in. I said, help me create a checklist for packing for a 10-day trip to Japan and any brain hacks or tricks I can do to get the ball rolling. Here's the response. For a 10-day Japan trip, the goal is not to pack for 10 days. The goal is to pack for 5 to 6 days and do laundry once. Japan has laundromats everywhere, and this approach makes train stations and hotels much more enjoyable. 10-day Japan packing checklist. Travel essentials: passports, flight confirmations, hotel reservations, credit cards, some Japanese yen, driver's license, travel insurance info, emergency contact info. Electronics: phone, phone charger, power bank, AirPod headphones, watch charger, camera plus charger if bringing one, charging cable organizer. Japan uses Type A plugs, same as most US plugs, and 100V power, so most modern chargers will work without a converter. Clothing, 10 days, wear on plane. Comfortable pants, t-shirts, light jacket, hoodie, comfortable walking shoes. Packing, and then it goes on, and then it has toiletries, it has day bag items, it has Japan-specific nice to have, which are comfortable walking shoes, coin pouch, and then empty luggage space for souvenirs. All right, now let's go into brain hacks. Brain hacks to actually start packing. Don't pack stage. Tell yourself, I'm not packing, I'm just putting everything on the bed. This removes the commitment. Often once everything is on the bed, you're 70% done. The 3-pile method. Make only 3 piles: clothes, electronics, toiletry. No decision about the suitcase yet. Set a 10-minute timer, not pack until it's finished. Just, for 10 minutes, I'm allowed to pack badly. When the timer ends, you can stop. Most people keep going. Start with the essential items. Don't begin with clothes. Begin with passport, charger, toothbrush. Easy wins create momentum. Use the future me trick. Imagine arriving in Japan after a 10-hour flight. Ask, what would make future me happiest when opening the suitcase? Usually, clean clothes, chargers, medication, comfortable shoes. Everything else becomes lower priority. Create a oops bag. Pack a small section for 1 extra shirt, extra socks, medicine, charger. Your brain stops obsessing about forgetting something because you've built in redundancy. Now, here's the 20-minute Japan packing sprint or vacation, whatever, wherever you're going. Here's your sprint. Are you ready? You don't actually have to physically run, so that's exciting. All right. If you're really stuck, do this. Minutes 0 to 5. Put suitcase on the floor. Put passport in it. Put chargers in it. Well, no, you would not put your passport in your suitcase because that would get checked. You need to have your bag or your purse or something. So put the passport by the purse. Minute 5 to 10, throw all underwear and socks into the suitcase. Minute 10 to 15, grab 5 shirts, grab 2 pants. Minute 15 to 20, toiletry bag. At that point, you're probably 80 to 90% packed. One more question. What month are you going? Japan packing changes quite a bit between summer, hot and humid, and fall and winter. Oh, lucky us. We are going in summer. It's going to be hot and humid. It actually might be a benefit because then we have less things that take up less space to pack because it's like summer clothes, light dresses, things like that. So let's figure out the next prompt and see if anything shifts. Okay, so I put June in because that's when we're going, and this just makes me laugh. It says June is actually one of the trickier months for Japan because you're right on the edge of rainy season. Depending on where you're going, expect warm temperatures, humid, and periodic rain. June-specific packing adjustment prioritize. Lightweight, breathable shirts, quick-dry underwear and socks, light rain jacket or packable shell, compact umbrella, comfortable walking shoes with decent grip, portable battery, small hand towel, very useful in humid weather. Consider leaving behind heavy jackets, multiple sweaters, bulky boots. A packing reality check. For 10 days, most travelers bring too many clothes and too few comfort items. I'd rather have 1 extra pair of comfortable socks, a power bank, a rain layer, than 3 extra shirts. Japan is incredibly convenient. If you forget a t-shirt, umbrella, toiletry, or even a charger replacement, there are usually easy to find at the convenience stores. A trick for tonight. Instead of asking, can I finish packing? Ask, can I make tomorrow's packing easier? That's a much lower mental barrier. Do only these 5 things. Put the suitcase where you can see it. Put your passport inside. Put all chargers in a pile. Put all the medication in one pile. Put 6 shirts on the bed. That's enough. Seriously. Once those are done, tomorrow's version of you is looking at a nearly packed trip instead of a blank state. One final mindset shift. If you've booked the flight, accommodations, and planned the trip, the hard part is already done. Packing is mostly moving objects from one location to another. It feels important, but it's actually one of the lowest stakes part of the journey. Enjoy Japan. June is a beautiful time to visit despite the occasional rain. Hooray! Thank you so much, ChatGPT, for all your words of wisdom. Now I just need to go back and do a couple things. I think I'm going to try the packing sprint and the I thought the checklist was really good. Just copy and paste that into a thing and then add more stuff to it and then get going. So happy traveling to us whenever you listen to this episode. I would love for you to give me a shout out on social media, screenshot it, and tell me to have a good trip, or message me if you have any other tips and tricks about, let's say, bringing home souvenirs. Here are the takeaways. Procrastination is often about overwhelm, not laziness. Decision fatigue can make simple tasks feel bigger than they are. Perfectionism keeps us stuck more than mistakes ever will. The hardest part is usually getting started. Small actions create momentum. Now, here are the journal prompts. What am I currently avoiding and why? Well, obviously, it's packing. That's why I made this whole episode for us to enjoy. And the why, I have to do some journal prompts and think about that. But I think it does go back to the pain and pleasure feelings and feeling safe in my body that this is okay. All right. The next journal prompt, is this task actually difficult or am I overwhelmed by the decisions involved? And the last journal prompt, what would happen if I allowed myself to do it imperfectly? Now, here are the mantras. I release perfection and embrace progress. Small steps create momentum. I am capable of handling what is in front of me. Done is better than perfect. And again, thank you so much for being here for another Weigh In Wednesday. I hope that whatever fun travel plans you have going on this summer and fall, that you're able to take a pause, breathe, remind yourself that it is safe. It is safe to pack. It is safe to have fun. It's safe to go on adventures, and you make the list. And if you need ChatGPT to help you make your packing list, do that, print it off, and get that shit done, because like I said, there's places to go, people to see, and fun to be had, and definitely delicious food to eat. So I hope this episode motivates you, encourages you to go get it done, believe in yourself, and have an amazing summer. Go play. Love you.
Hey you, yes you. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. This episode is brought to you by My Energy Readings. Energy readings are one-on-one private Zoom sessions where I tap into your energy field and deliver exactly what your soul needs to hear. Scroll down to the bottom of my show notes to book your energy reading today, or just send me a DM. Can't wait to see you on Zoom. And until next time, know that you're amazing, know that I love you, and the world is going to keep on spinning, so you need to keep on showing up and doing the things that light you up, because that's what we need more of. People who are lit up and shine their light wherever they go. So keep manifesting, keep believing, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.
I also want to add in the Zoom meeting last night, like the final call before Saturday when we meet at the airport. The meeting last night went so good. It was just exactly what we needed. It was an hour long. It was just a reminder of like, this is where you need to be. Make sure you have all this on your checklist. Make sure this is done. And it just like recentered and I feel like regrouped all of us. And then I went to bed feeling more prepared and ready for our Japan trip. And now today I've been busy with lots of things. And so this afternoon and tonight the plan is to go back onto ChatGPT, get like a simple list and just pack for 1 hour and see what progress I make. Because ultimately, I know this trip is going to be amazing. I know it's going to be a great time. And for that to happen, I need to pack so I don't go just with an empty suitcase. I don't know if any of you guys are like Simpsons fans, but there is this one Simpson episode where Marge is like asking, everybody pack your suitcase, like make sure you're ready for the beach vacation and stuff. And they get to the beach house and stuff, and Lisa is like, Mom, I didn't pack anything. And she's like, what do you mean? And she came with an empty suitcase because she was like, I think she was stressed out about packing and stuff. And it came down to like, she like didn't know her identity, and she was having like an identity crisis as whatever grade she's in, a second grader and stuff. And then her mom ends up taking her shopping on this beach trip so she can have what she needs, and she creates this new identity. But then she realized that there was nothing wrong with her identity in the first place. It was just other people didn't understand it and perceived her. But really, she learned on that trip that her unique self is all she needed, and like some clothes of stuff. It was just like being her authentic, true self is better than being someone who is fake and not aligned. And she realized that the new friends that she met at the beach ended up loving her for who she truly was, not this fake persona that she put off. And she ends up meeting like a best friend on this trip. And it's like really neat how the episode ends and stuff. But just that reminder, like, it's not about the clothes you bring or don't bring. It's about your character and who you are as a person, and the clothes and all that stuff. Of course you need it, and of course you need to pack and bring it, or you can just buy everything on your trip. There's that option too, but it's less expensive if you pack ahead of time. So there's that. All right, and the other thing that's been really neat is today I have been seeing so many angel numbers. So I saw 888000, 555666, and I feel like there was another one. Oh, on the clock, I saw 1111 on my receipt from the coffee stand, had 1111 on it, and then just now, my clock in my car was 111. So I know my angels and guides are always there to support me, to give me that nudge of, hey, like, it's your time, like, you're allowed to have fun, go pack so you can have even more fun because you won't be stressed out. So I don't know, I know that I'm not alone when it comes to packing. Some people have it down to an art. Other people are more like me, where it's like a lot to think about, so they get stressed out more. So anyways, I will not be like Lisa and have nothing in my suitcase, because my mom is not going on this trip, and she's not going to be like, let me take you shopping as soon as we get to Japan. No, that's so silly. So I am going to pack this afternoon, and then I'm going to check in with you guys and tell you how it went. Along with, I have a podcast interview in 2 hours that I need to get ready for, and all the good things. So yay! Hope you're doing well, and happy Tuesday. Story time. So I was out and about, and I was like messaging a friend, and I was like, hey, like, I'm so stressed out. The kids keep asking me for things. I'm feeling overwhelmed with packing for Japan and like all the things, kind of just like venting a little bit and releasing that. And then I was like, in my head, I'm like universe, like, give me a sign, like everything's going to be all right. And I thought this was so cute. So then I was like, driving, and I saw someone, and it really caught my eye. It was a guy on a bicycle waiting for the light to change so he could like cross the road. And he's like, has his headphones on, and he's like dancing and stuff, sitting on his bicycle, and he had like so much joy. And then the reminder that I got from that is that, let it be easy, let it be fun. Like, it's like everything's gonna work out. You just have to do it. But you can choose to focus on all the stress and the negative, or you can focus on like how amazing this trip is gonna be, and how your life is gonna change, and how you're gonna help people, and how you're making this amazing experience for you and your son to go on this trip. and this is something you've been planning for like 2 years, and now it's finally here, and like go have all these happy, great memories kind of thing. So it was just like, hey, the universe is like, hey, I got you. Go have fun. This is going to be great. Get the shit done. Because this podcast is a progression of how I'm doing packing wise for my Japan trip. Well, I started it yesterday on Monday, and now it's been 24 hours later, and I recorded a little bit in the car today, more about my thoughts of packing and just honestly just how busy life is. And then it's like life gets so busy, and then I feel like more things are thrown at me. Like the kids just were asking for so many things today. And then tonight, I finally just got irritated. I was like, nobody is allowed to ask me for anything else. I just need to go focus and get my stuff done and pack and stuff like that. And then I had that podcast interview. It went really well. I'm really excited to release that. And then tonight, I was using ChatGPT to help me make a packing list. And it honestly turned out really good, and I love it. I'm going to post it on my stories. And now I just finished filling out my packing list. So it really just organized everything. I put 5 different categories. The categories are carry on, suitcase, electronics, toiletry bag, and extras. And it just made such a pretty like PDF for me to print out. Then I took it and I put it in a clear sleeve. And then now I'm just filling in all the blanks under each category of like what I need to bring. And now, like looking at this list and how it's all organized in different sections, I finally feel like I can breathe because all the stuff is out of my head and onto a piece of paper. And now I can just focus on one thing. Let's say tonight I focus on carry on and there's like 10 things on it. And I can just say, okay, go. And then I can check it off as I go. So I feel so much more just ease and relief with packing because I made this beautiful thing with Chat GPT's help. And now I have all the things out of my head and onto a piece of paper. So now I can go to literally each box and start doing the checklist. So we are making progress. It is Tuesday night around 8:30 p.m. Again, we leave Saturday, June 20th. So obviously when this airs, we will be in Japan knowing that I have packed. So that's exciting. So now I'm going to go pack for about 30 minutes and see how far I make it. Well, it's been 30 minutes, and guess what? I got zero packing done because when I had closed off that previous recording, I had gone into my bedroom and realizing that there is a child in my bathroom using the bathroom slash taking a shower. So everything was paused. So I just doom scrolled for like 30 minutes, and we're going to try this again. Maybe I will start at 9 p.m. to start packing. So if that doesn't really make sense, my closet is in the other, like you have to go through the bathroom to get to our closet. And I want to use the bathroom to try outfits on to make sure things fit and all the things. So the bathroom was being occupied. So I just thought it was really funny that I've been procrastinating now just like a week and a half really with packing. And then once I'm like actually finally ready, there is another roadblock. Funny, not funny, but it will get done because I am more determined now. As soon as he gets out of my space so I can get my stuff done. Oh, I remember what I wanted to share before I go start packing for 30 minutes. Something I did this afternoon that really helped me clear up mental energy is that I journaled a bunch of stuff that I needed to clear. It was like sticky relationships, some course I'm contemplating to take, pros and cons, just different things like that, and other conversations and things that have been going on that are like just kind of stuck in my energy field. So I basically just journaled, set a timer for like 5 minutes, and I journaled on each thing that was like kind of weighing me down or things I'm trying to process. And just that reminder, like, we're our best teachers. Our body knows, and the way we process is so important. So I got all that, like, I don't know, junk out of my head and onto paper. And now I can think so much more clear. So the point is, I journaled and I got a bunch of thoughts and emotions out. And if you're feeling blocked, go to the journal, write things out, or even voice text or voice record on your phone to process more emotions and stuff. And then see how much more like decluttering your brain and thoughts and your energy will help you go actually do the task that you need to get done. Hey, it's Friday night. We leave tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. to head to the airport. We are officially packed. Hooray! I'm so happy. Everything is done in the morning. I just have to get dressed, and I'm pretty sure I just walk out the door, grab my chai, and yeah, David's going to take us to the airport, and it's going to be a wonderful morning. And I am really excited. So I realized that I already feel like I'm bringing way too much stuff, and part of me thinks I want to go through everything and downsize again before we go, but we'll see what happens. Okay, till next time, thank you so much for listening to this episode. I hope you got some helpful tips and tricks for packing, especially for an international flight. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.